Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Guys, welcome to today's video. This is going to be my last video for the year 2024. And so I was just thinking, right, that let me do a video for 2025, like resolutions for 2025. For me, 2024 has taught me a lot of things, right? It has been an eye-opener for me. It has been a very sad year for me. It has been so challenging. I come and sit here and I speak to people as though I were not going through anything. It has been so damn challenging for me. I have lost a lot of things. I call it the year of loss. It has really opened my mind to a lot of things and what could actually be like. It has opened my mind to reality. We imagine a lot of things. We imagine we would lose our parents one day. We imagine all these things, but when reality sets in, it's different. It's really different. Even though God will give you the strength to handle it, it is not easy. For me in particular, it felt like my whole world came to an end, and it never goes away. When you lose a parent, it's a feeling that's like it's stuck with you. Like you can't even shake it off. Right? That's the word I'm looking for. You can't shake it off. You get it? It's just always around you. I think of my mom every single day. Every single day I think about her. But it wasn't just my mom I lost a 2-year relationship. I lost my dog, my first dog, and all of that. I lost money. I lost a lot of things. So for me, 2024, it's a lot of things. But the best thing that happened to me this year was to have found like Christ. I always thought I was a Christian. No two ways about it. I don't go to church. Let me just be honest. I don't go to church, okay? But when I lost my mom, that was when I woke up one day and I sat on my bed. I was just reflecting on everything that had happened. I said, wow, I've seen the power of God in this. Like, how can we go to the hospital? It's like, and for me, it was the events that happened before we went to the hospital. The Saturday before the Sunday, the conversations I was having with my mom, her experience just before she passed, and the things she shared with me, which I'm not going to put out there, but I was there, and it happened. So for me, I kind of knew she was going, and we actually both knew she was going. So I don't know if I should say it was a privilege for me to have witnessed that or not, which sometimes I feel like I wish it hadn't happened that way, because I've always been scared of losing my mom. That was one of my greatest fears, to lose her, but God permitted me to have witnessed certain things that happened just before she left. And so I don't take that for granted, and that alone helped me to really embrace Christ in a way that I ought to. I saw power. Yeah, for some funny reason, that is how it communicated to me. I saw that God has so much power to take your life at the snap of a finger. You could just go like that. Just like that. So it taught me so much, and it was coming. I was going to lose things. I remember when, maybe I'm going to be churchy a bit, but I'll come to the main topic. I just want to do a recap of 2024. So I remember when one day I was on my bed and the Holy Spirit just asked me, what will happen? What would you do if you should lose this relationship? And then I was like, wow, I've never been so sure of any relationship than the one I had just lost. I had never been so sure that this would end in marriage. There was nothing that was going to be a hindrance to it. Because for me, I was so clear in my mind that this was going to be it. Even if we had arguments, we fought or whatever it was, I had a feeling this was it. And then I heard that. I was like, what? Okay. And then I had to answer the question. Okay, I had to answer the question. So it was my answer, or it has been my answer, that is kind of helping me now, because I have answered that question. And so it God will always remind you, this is the answer you gave, so there's no need to grieve over it. And for me, when I heard that, I knew that no, this could be 50-50, because he was kind of preparing me. God was preparing me for it. So I lost that one too. I lost some monies. I lost huge sums of money. Huge. That for me, because I don't I'm okay. I earn okay money. That's not to say that when my boss hears this, I mean, they shouldn't increase my salary, but I have lost quite some amount of money. Yeah, I'm a very resilient person, very resilient person, but when my mind is attacked, it is. So I mean, that's one of the things that I know that God always wants to protect for me. My mind is my asset. Thank God 2024 is almost coming to a close, and I am still here. I'm still grinding, I'm still pushing, and that is why I feel like I need to share this with somebody. So the topic I decided to choose for 2024, last video, 2024 to going in 2025, is how to be an employee in 2025. We need to make it. You understand? Like, we need to make it. So let's get straight into the video. Enough of the low beat conversation. Let's make it a bit upbeat, okay? This is going to be one of my most candid videos ever. I have noticed a lot of people like to play safe. You like to play safe so much. That is why you're still where you are. Believe it or not. That is why you're still where you are. You play safe too much, yet you complain so much about your work, you complain so much about everything. Yes, there's nothing interesting about you. Like, there's zilch. How can you want to move forward if there's nothing exciting about you? Who does that? In 2025, you need to sit down. In fact, sit down from now so that you can plan your life. By this time around, you should have already planned what you want to achieve in 2025. Yes, we don't know what tomorrow holds, but you still need to plan. Okay? You need to plan for your life. For me, in 2024, going into 2024, I decided to stop complaining about my job, stop complaining about things I didn't like and all of that. I decided to implement them. Okay? So despite all the challenges I faced, if you noticed, even when I lost my mom, in the heat of things, I was still putting out videos because I was committed to achieving whatever I had set out to achieve. I was really committed to it. So if you want to sit there and then you keep complaining about your life, about how things are not changing and how your salary is not enough and whatever, the world is just coming to an end because what? Your salary is small. Because what? You don't want to put in the work. We should all sit down and listen to you whine and nah. Nobody wants to do that. For me personally, I'm over it. When I hear people complain about their job, it makes me sick. Because like, what are you doing differently? You're just complaining. Let us do something about it. You say no. Then what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing for yourself? Nothing. So I have decided to share a piece of my mind. Let me just share a piece of maybe you haven't averted your mind to it, but let me just share some things with you so that you can be the best employee in 2025 if you have decided not to be a business owner. So take it from a small business owner and an employee that this is what you need to do to become the best employee in 2025 for yourself, not for anybody, but for yourself, so that you can get more from the year. So point one, I think that we should, I'm saying we because we're all going to do it together. I think that we need to upskill. Okay, a lot of you or a lot of us have been at that same position for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You're still there. You've not upgraded yourself, you've not upgraded your skills, nothing. You've not been to school. There are so many courses now, online courses, free online courses, free. Yet you have decided not to take advantage of any of them. My sister, why? For me, I'm a feminist, okay? Even if I don't want to accept it sometimes, I know that I speak more for women than I do for men. But that's not to say that the men shouldn't also upskill. But please, if you're a woman and you have been at your post for years without any promotion, heck, you should be concerned. You should be concerned. First of all, as a mindset, you need to change your mindset. You need to create that sense of urgency in you. Create a false sense of urgency. If that is what is going to spur you on, create that false sense of urgency. For me, this is what has always worked for me. I've decided to give myself 5 years to quit my job. Yes, you're hearing it here first time. I have decided to give myself 5 years to quit my job. And this is supposed to help me trick my brain to try and achieve things quickly. Okay, there is a timeline I have put on myself so that whatever I do, I'm planning my life accordingly. But if you have been at your post for years, 10 years, 20 years, nothing is changing about you, you always complain about the job, yet you go and sit there, you are whining, you are stressed, just say, my goodness. Then the younger ones will come with their qualification, small time, because they don't have any responsibilities, they don't have children, they don't have they are not married. We come and then small time, they go and learn something without any experience. They come and then they surpass you, and you're sitting there and you're complaining. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself if you have been at your post for years and you have not done anything about it. At some point, I think that you should be angry. You should want, something should push you, okay? Something should push you. And when I say go to school or upgrade yourself, I'm not saying that do it because just do it. No, you should have some strategy you're working with. If you know that you are in a field where it is insurance, go and do something related to insurance, or check what they have there. What is being accepted in your company, and do accordingly. Like, go in for courses that will benefit the company so that you can make a case. I know somebody who was working with a firm that was not oil and gas, but yet went to do masters in oil and gas, just because at the time we had discovered oil. Who does that? Yet you come and then you are expecting promotion. Promotion where? Go and look for a job in oil and gas. Promotion where? Who will promote you? In a field where your qualification will not benefit the company, then what is the use? You understand? So find the right courses you need to study that will benefit your current employment, or that will benefit your current line of job. Otherwise, stay there. Just you did, and then you now because you have decided not to have any plan for your life. I mean, we get it. But there are HR courses. Every company needs an HR, or any administrative courses, leadership courses, professional courses, and all of that. Take advantage of that so that you can make a case for yourself. So this leads me to the second point. You need to be bold. Okay, a lot of employees are not bold at all. You are not bold at all, and it's shameful that you would rather bootleg than to be bold. Are you a child? Why would you go bootlegging anybody? I mean, people who do that are those who don't have the right qualification for the job. If you do, why would you bootleg anybody? Do not bootleg anybody. Even your CEO, do not bootleg your CEO just because you need promotion. When you do that, you lose your respect. and you be gossiping. See, when you do that, you lose respect. They talk about it, okay? When they meet, they talk about it. I have been privileged to be in certain area. They talk about it. They don't have any respect for you. You go and gossip to this person, then you go and gossip to one executive, you go and gossip. What does it make you? Yeah? What does it make you? Put some respect on yourself. Yes, you can have friendly conversations and all of that with whoever is in place of power. But don't go trying to destroy somebody or trying to make somebody look bad just because you want to be there. It's an indictment on yourself. That's what it is, an indictment on yourself, because you don't have the requisite qualification to be where you are. And it's a shame. You need to be bold. Speak truth to power. And what it takes to be bold is when you have integrity. But if you don't have any integrity, it means that what? You're doing things that are dubious. Okay? When you do dubious things, you are afraid to be bold because maybe I'm not because you are a thief. That's what it is. If you're not a thief, but hey, you just need to be bold. You need to be bold. You need to be bold. Confront issues head on. You are not a child. Nobody employs a child in an institution. That is one of the things that we should understand. We are not children. And it is not a charity organization. If you want to work in a charity organization, when I start with my Juliana Akwete Foundation, then you can come and work for me. That one, I will need your help. But until then, you are not working with any charity organization. If you think that something is due you, demand for it. Demand for it. Demand for it. If you think that this is what you are bringing to the table, you have been able to make a case. This is my job. I have exceeded whatever expectations that is required of me, and that this is what I am demanded for. Be bold enough to demand for them. If you don't think something is right, speak up. Speak up. And any company that has vision would appreciate people like that. Except that company itself is not, it doesn't have any vision. If the company doesn't have any vision, they don't appreciate people who are futuristic. They don't appreciate people who bring new ideas. They don't appreciate fresh minds or challenging, they don't appreciate nice things. Except the company is one that has no vision. But if it's a company that has vision, you should be able to speak up. Speak up. Okay? Be bold enough. Speak, and you have to learn to speak intelligently. Be assertive. Speak intelligently. Speak wisely. Know when to speak. Know when to do what. Know which channel to pass through. Be wise. Not go bootlicking. Not go gossiping. But you do things the right way, so that wherever you're called, you'll be able to defend it. But you go and then you do the opposite of it, and they call you and they talk to you anyhow, because at some point you become useless. The moment you stop gossiping, you become useless to them. The moment you stop gossiping to people in power, you stop bootlicking them, you become useless to them, because they are done using you. They are done soliciting for whatever information they want. So what is your use? You don't have the right qualification. You don't have any, you've not upgraded yourself, nothing. Such a shame. In 2025, we are not doing that. My apologies, the video cut. But the point I'm making is that in 2025, we will learn to be bold. In fact, write it and post it on your door. Anytime you're leaving your house, know that as I'm going to the office, I'm going to be bold. Be bold, be courageous, don't be foolish. Know when to speak. Know when to do your things. Know the right channel to use. Do not bootlick. Get the right qualification. Upscale, rescale, upgrade. Enough about those ones. I have lost count of the point, but we will continue. The next point is to dress the part. Look the part. Talk the part. Okay? You need to work on yourself, work on the outlook, because nobody wants to associate with anybody who is not putting in any effort. At some point, you become boring because you don't fit in. When they go anywhere, you don't fit in. So they always leave you behind. Do something about yourself. Enough of the stress. Like, the stress is drawn all over you. I understand the money is not enough, but please, do something about your style. Like, you are not putting in any effort whatsoever to look good. And to me, it is bad. Like, it is bad. It is bad. Because how do you expect to network in a certain class of people if you are not putting in the work? You are a corporate person, for Christ's sake. You are a corporate person. You'll be attending events. You'll be networking with people. Don't say that, for me, I'm a shy person, so I won't go out. No, then go and look for some joints and sell some small things in your corner. But if you have decided to be in the corporate environment, you have to look the part. When you walk into a room, you should be able to carry some presence. People should look at you and turn their head. I mean, when you enter, they should turn heads to look at you. You should smell good. You should speak well. You should walk well. We are all working on it. You should look good. Something came to mind, that is why I'm laughing. But you should look good. Look good, and then you feel good. When you look good, you feel good. It brings out your confidence. But you are not doing anything about your outlook. Get nice hair. I mean, nice suits. Okay, if it's casual, let your casual be the best. Look the part. Always try to wear heels. For me, heel is part of when I wear flats, my confidence level drops. I like to wear heels. I've been wearing heels almost all I've been wearing heels ever since I became a lady. Ever since I became a lady, I all I know is heels. I don't like to wear. I personally don't like flats. But when you wear heel, you become confident. Learn to wear heels. Learn to look good. Learn it. Learn to change your appearance. If you have to go for shopping, see, there will always be school fees to pay. There will always be more important things to use your money for. This is as equally as important as anything, because it would reflect on a lot of things. How can you leave the house and look like that? How do you leave the house looking like that without putting in any effort? Don't tell me this is what you have. You are a corporate person. What separates you from the market woman? Huh? Where is the difference? From your head to your toe, there should be something that when people see you, they should know that, oh, this person is different. You should exude a certain aura if you're a corporate person. But you don't put in any effort in your hair, you don't put in any effort in your clothing, you don't put in effort in your skin, nothing. At some point, you become boring. People wouldn't want to associate with you. No matter how sad that is, it's the truth. Because when they are going anywhere, they cannot invite you. When there's a company event, they cannot call you to represent them because they know you will not show up. You will not show up in a way that the company would like. Maybe the person who is doing the selection likes to dress up. They like to look good, and they feel like you are not the best person for it. Maybe you need that networking opportunity. You've been crying about not being invited to programs, yet you don't show up. Akosia Kanga is there for you. Learn to be a high value person. High value woman is learned. You have to learn it. You have to learn to groom yourself into a high value person. Invest in yourself. Even if you're a good person, people don't see it all. People don't see that you are a good person. They don't see it. Because when you see people, you don't see their hearts for you to know that this person is good or not, or this person is intelligent or not. The first thing they see is your outlook, and if it's poor, it's poor. How can you want to be a manager of a certain place of your company, and your dressing is even off? How do you expect to represent the company? Meanwhile, your organization is like a bougie organization. Our HR, my company HR, forget. Dress down. She will dress down. She will show up. So if your HR is showing up, you won't show up. HR is showing up, you won't show up. Please. You need to put in effort. Don't go to work looking anyhow. Wear your makeup. I remember a time I went to visit my cousin. It was a Monday morning. I went to visit him for business. He looked at me, he said, "Why are you in my office without makeup? Don't you know it's now part of the dressing?" My cousin, my own cousin. How can you come to my office looking so plain? This is Monday morning. I want to introduce you to my teammates, but you're looking like a normal person. Nothing. I said, "Hey." The next time I went in heavy makeup. But I was not upset because that was the truth. That was the truth. You have to learn to wear makeup. Some people say me, when I wear makeup, I don't look pretty. Please. Then make sure you have correct skin. If you don't have correct skin, hide your dark spots in makeup. Today, I have not worn makeup. I'm putting my face out there because I'm working on my skin. In 2025, I'm going to show up big time so that you run away. But please, put in work. Don't go to certain places without wearing makeup. Don't go to certain places without looking good, smelling good. The way you show up says a lot about you. Go and shop. Back to this thing. People like to associate with certain class of people, yet they don't want to live their lifestyle. But if you're a corporate person, especially people who are in sales, please learn to shop at high-end places, because that is where you meet certain people. That is where you meet some class of people. But if you think that, oh, I don't need to do it, and you come to my office, you sell, especially the life insurance people. I stopped working with one agent because he was not looking good. He would come to the office because he had worked so much. He would come to the office so sweaty. He wasn't smelling nice. And I deal with a lot of high-end clients. So how do I pass you on? How do I recommend you to someone? How do I recommend you to my high-end clients if you don't look your best? I can't give you any recommendations because you're going to go there smelling. And now tell me, Lisa, who have you brought to my office? I don't want that. So when I get high-end clients, there are certain people I call, especially with the life, there are certain people I call because I know that they will show up. I know they know their job. They will also show up. They'll look good. They know how to speak. So please put in effort. Put in effort. Some of you are too lazy. You are always crying about money. And we all don't have money. Nobody has money. But when it comes to looking good, please do your best. Try and shop at correct places. Go to the mall. When you go to the mall, there are so many places you can shop. Don't stop shopping Ofos. It's too much. The thrift is too much. Every time you're buying Ofos, you wear one time and the neck is like this. It's too much. The Ofos is too much. Stop buying Ofos. The Cantamanto that you've been buying, the high, what's it called, first selection is too much. It's enough. Go to correct places. When you go to East Legon, you get a lot of correct places to shop. Go to the mall. You get correct places to shop. And stop buying those cheap products. Stop buying cheap things. Stop buying cheap makeup. Stop it. If you know that you have to, if you want to look good, smell good, go to those correct places to buy perfume. You go to their correct shops to buy perfumes. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. It says a lot about you. It will bring people to you. It will draw people to you. Try your best and put in work. So the next point is to start a side hustle. People, start a side hustle. This thing that you've always been crying about, money, it's best you start a side hustle, because work is not the same. Work is not what it used to be anymore. You can easily be laid off. With the advent of AI and all of these robotics and all those things, see, now they barely need humans. Even in our offices, we don't have walking customers coming in all the time. There are some times or some days where work is so slow because maybe the whole day, like just 2 or 3 people. So why do you think your employer needs to be paying you to do nothing there? I will not be surprised if in the next 10 years a lot of workers are laid off. I will not be surprised. So please start a side hustle that will pay you. Start a side hustle you can grow, so that all the things you have been complaining about your job, implement them in your side hustle and see if it will work. If that thing you are advising your employer should do, if you do it in your job and it works, then fine. But if not, in 2025, we're going to be high value women. We're going to do more for ourselves. Even if you have children, see, you don't have to use all your money you don't have to spend all your money on your children, and you'll be looking like a helpless person. You'll be looking like a street person, like a street beggar. Please put in work on yourself. Okay. So this is all I have for you today. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. I pray that 2025 will be one of the best years for us, even if it is not a good year for you, because I know people will definitely encounter challenges. Please do hold firm to your faith. Stay strong. Know your value. If you're a woman, especially, know that you are valuable. Okay? Don't cheapen yourself to anybody. Be safe. Enjoy the Christmas season. Enjoy the New Year season. We'll meet again very, very soon.